Hey guys, Chastity here. Captain Marvel is finally in theaters, so let's break down those post-credit scenes. But before we do, make sure you've seen the movie. Otherwise, get out of here, then come on back. And be sure to subscribe to GameSpot Universe because we have a lot of videos about Avengers Endgame coming your way. First, let's take a step back to Infinity War, which concluded with the rapidly disintegrating Nick Fury sending a page to the still not officially introduced Captain Marvel. With her movie finally here, this is do or die time, and it's our last chance to get some real information before the final showdown with Thanos in Avengers Endgame. In Captain Marvel, there's a major time jump between the final scene of the movie and the first post-credits scene, from 1995 all the way to post-Infinity War. We're not exactly sure how long post-Infinity War, but we're gonna say relatively soon thanks to the presence of Steve's beard. Cap was fully bearded when Infinity War ended, but he's been clean-shaven in both Endgame trailers so far. So right after Infinity War is where we join Steve, Nat, Bruce, and Rhodey in the Avengers compound for Captain Marvel's first of two post-credit stingers. There are several important things to note here. One, they're monitoring the situation in the post-snap Earth as best they can, but as Steve points out, it's a nightmare, and they're not really getting anywhere. Two, they found Fury's pager, and they've been monitoring it for some time. How they found it after it was left on a random street in New York is pretty unclear, but we'll assume Fury's car had some sort of tracking device. Regardless, they've got the pager and they've been running it non-stop, but they have no idea what it does, and they're playing it safe and keeping the whole thing under wraps. But that doesn't matter all that much because, surprise, right as they're debating whether or not they should send out the signal again, Carol shows up. 1 second she's not there, and the next she is, right smack dab in the middle of the Avengers compound, which she apparently infiltrated instantly and in complete silence. So that's how Captain Marvel arrives on Earth. One major question down, about a million more to go. Assuming we're right about the time elapsed between this moment and Infinity War, this means Carol actually shows up pretty early on in the process, in all likelihood before the footage we've seen in both Endgame trailers. So was she deleted from all the trailers? There was a noticeable space in some of the shots where another hero could be. Perhaps it was Carol. But if that isn't the case, if Carol isn't the linchpin in the Avengers' plan, then who or what is? The scene doesn't go on long enough to give us any real answers. We don't see how Carol reacts to the team, or how the team reacts to Carol, if they can trust each other, what that whole dynamic will be like, so I guess we'll just have to wait till April. The second post-credit scene is unsurprisingly a gag. Kind of like Ant-Man and the Wasp's giant drumming ant or Guardians' Howard the Duck cameo. We see Nick Fury's desk with everyone's favorite flirkin, Goose, and it looks like he's coughing up a hairball while Nick's not around. Of course, the hairball is actually the Tesseract, which Goose swallowed earlier in the film to keep it away from Yon-Rogg. Now there might be some confusion about when this scene takes place since Nick's not around, but if you notice the big CRT monitor, then you'll see that it's still clearly in the 90s. Long before Thor picked up the Tesseract in the first Avengers film. So put those tinfoil hats away, Thanos destroyed the Tesseract and got the Space Stone for the Infinity Gauntlet. Goose wasn't keeping a bonus Tesseract secret from everyone all this time. Unless he was. In the comics, Flurkin have the ability to access pocket dimensions, which could mean that, if the Russo brothers totally ran out of ideas, Goose might actually be able to access some alternate reality version of the Infinity Stones and spit one out. Probably not though, but it's fun to think of theories while we wait for Endgame. Be sure to check out our full spoiler review of Captain Marvel right here on GameSpot Universe coming soon after this video. And make sure you let us know what you thought of those post-credit scenes in the comments below, or hit me up on Twitter at Chastity_V. See you next time.